Hello and good to be with you for another week of Take Two as we have a look back over the past 7 days of racing on our New South Wales provincial and country tracks, and a busy program ahead. On Monday, we went to the Upper Hunter at Scone, and that was a transferred meeting after very wet conditions at Gunnedah.
Scone racing Monday the 25th of August. We had beautiful conditions on track. We had an upgrade from a 9 to an 8, but it looked to race much better than that.
Yeah, exactly right. It was a beautiful day. Of course, this was a Gunnedah meeting that had to be transferred due to some poor weather last week, but you couldn't have asked for better conditions here today. I even pulled the sunscreen out, Belinda, just to avoid the sunburn.
Yep, safety is the best
Safety
policy,
first,
isn't it, Ben? But stewards are on the front foot, and you found one you liked in race 4.
Yeah, a horse by the name of Green Run, trained by Darlun over at Dubbo. This horse has been going around at big prices over its past few starts. Its most recent win came at Corinda, of all places. It's been to tab level twice since then and run really well, and today he ran well again, finishing second behind Sibylla. Shot up along the inside and I thought had the race shot to bits, but ultimately Rod Northam's mare fought back. It was a really good performance. You'll see him here in the blue and green colours.
Up towards the home turn, Sibylla in front, wheels the bend by a half length over Fire Up second. Third was Ghaznavi stoked up. On the inside was Green Run, followed by Caskin, and not far away is Set to Profit. Down towards the 200, Green Run getting up along the inside of Sibylla. Oh, Caskin's fallen. On the outside now was Ghaznavi, but inside the 150, it's Green Run the inside. Sibylla coming back. It's Green Run 3/4 of a length in front. Sibylla having another dip and gets up to win. Sibylla by a half head. Green Run second.
I thought that was a really good performance. Ghaznavi and Sibylla really stifled the market in that race. Obviously, Sibylla went on and won it, but that was a bit of a step up in grade for Green Run compared to what he's been racing against, and he more than held his own. So Darlun will find another race around that mile trip for him in the not too distant future, and I don't think a win will be too far away. Belle, your horse to follow came up out of race 6.
Yep, one you have a small investment in, and it's Reflecting Fame. You spot him in the red and white. Now, he was a bit of a space between runs today with a few hiccups along the way. He had a couple of trials, but today's 1250 metre trip was short of his best. I thought he'd done a good job all in all.
Into the straight, 450 to go, and Akawayo slipped away. Out by 2, Sharpen the knife. Second, Reflecting Fame is trying to angle off the rails, clear of Fox Rain, and now Salvato is popped the question on the outside. It is looming ominously to the 200. Akawayo in front, joined by the fave Salvato. Salvato moves out after Akawayo, clear of Upwardly Mobile, and behind those Reflecting Fame. Upwardly Mobile gets up and on the inside of Salvato, takes the front, and Upwardly Mobile beats Salvato. Akawayo third from Reflecting Fame.
So obviously today's short of his best, but he had the crossover on for the first time. He done everything right. I think this run indicates up in trip. A win won't be far away.
Yeah, exactly right. It was a good performance. Was able to jump cleanly, settle not too far off the speed, and he was just out sprinted by them. But stepping up in trip next time, I think he might go pretty close.
Yep, I think that would be ideal. I think Cody mentioned something about a 1400 metre race in a couple of weeks' time. So Green Run and Reflecting Fame are the two horses you want to follow from Scone.
Tuesday racing at Grafton on the 25th of August.
It is.
August. Beautiful conditions, and this track improved right through the day, didn't it?
It did improve, and I thought it played quite nicely. It was very even right away the way across the board. It was a little to the on-speed runners, I thought.
Yeah, particularly here 2 days ago we were doubtful, weren't we?
Yep, we were, but hopefully spring's just around the corner and we're going to get some nice weather now.
Yeah, nice filly won race 2, So Kobe. She was having her first start in the race. She had one trial in North Queensland going back in December. She was shipped down to the John Shelton yard. She hadn't been to the trials for 7 months. Have a look at this for a win. She just rolled in front, and you watch her just stretch away over the last 200 metres down the running.
So Kobe on the inside of Spoiler, a long head between them, rolling onto the bend, 450 metres out. She's a wild one, will corner out deep, then Rich Star, Miss Grey Sea. Sugar Road is working into the clear now, comes around the heels of the leaders with 250 to go. So Kobe on the inside of Spoiler, Sugar Road coming at them. Rich Star is deeper on the track, but So Kobe got away. 100 metres left to go. So Kobe broke away and is much too good.
It's a big win. Yep. Good win. And you walk away and you say, hey, this mightn't have been the strongest field, but there was plenty of merit and plenty of improvement with her.
There was. She overdid it a little bit in the middle stages. She's got a lot to learn, but she just really kicked off at the top of the straight and she put an absolute gap in her rivals.
What have you think?
Dundee Towers race 3.
Oh, mate, he's got to win one.
He is, and I loved his efforts again here today. He was back last on the fence in a muddly run race. He's in the red and blue colours.
Round the corner, and Flash 1A darted a length in front. Under suspicion on the outside, gives chase. Then Quick Buck. Andros is coming right down the centre of the track as they reach the 200. Quick Buck on the outside of Under Suspicion. Andros is deeper out. Jacobs well behind them. Quick Buck in front. Short of 100 metres left to go. Broke clear and Quick Buck wins. Dundee Tales followed the fence.
I thought he was great.
I'd like to see him at 2,000
metres. I agree. I think he's just looking for 2,000 now. He's been the runner-up his past two in very similar races. If he can get out in trip, I'm certain he's going to be flashing late and getting that first win on the board.
You follow Kobe out of the Johnny Shelton yard. She couldn't have been any more impressive to win on debut.
I'm with Dundee Towers.
They're our Take 2 horses coming out of Grafton's meeting on Tuesday.
Take 2 time racing was at Newcastle this Tuesday, the 26th of August. We started off on a heavy surface and we had 8 races on the card. I think there'll be a bit of form come out of this meeting. I've picked out a couple of horses that I think will be worth following over the coming weeks. The first horse I want to highlight went around in race number 2. The eventual winner, Via Flaminia from the Chris Lee's stable. It had one start prior to today, finishing 3rd here at Newcastle. Today, she was obviously further improved because she won and won very easily.
As they make the home turn up to the bend now, 450 metres to run. What a gent led. The Magic Man on the outside, followed by Almonzo. Sunday steers wide. Via Flaminia's near the outside fence. It's the Magic Man, 300 to go, looming up and hitting the front. Almonzo's getting through, running on strongly. Oh, a couple got decked there, and Cantress got flattened, and shortly afterwards Via Flaminia has now surged up on the outside and race clear. Via Flaminia, 100 metres to go. Shadashi running on, but it's all Via Flaminia, softest of wins. Scores by 2.5.
Super impressive was Via Flaminia, this Tavachi filly. I think she's just going to get better and better once she steps out over a little bit more ground. The next horse I want to follow went around in race number 3, a maiden handicap over the 1,250 metres. Magenta Skies from the Michael Friedman stable was stepping out for her first start in a race. She just got into a tricky spot after they'd gone 200 or 300 metres. She was back in the ruck, close to the inside on a day where you needed to get to the outskirts of the track. She was kind of dictated to a little bit, but watch the way she finds the line close to the inside.
As they spin the bend on Malone, My Proclaimer, they've tracked wide here again. On the outside, Amaretto Bow, Magenta Skies, he's been forced back to the inferior going. It's My Proclaimer hitting the front, 300 metres to go from on Malone. Down the outside comes Lady Giovanna, and Amaretto Bow sticks on. My Proclaimer, Amaretto Bow, Lady Giovanna, 75 to go. Amaretto Bow's hit the front, edges away from My Proclaimer, and Amaretto Bow's going to win from Photo 2nd and 3rd. My Proclaimer or Magenta Skies, one to follow.
Well, all of the winners we saw here at Newcastle today got to the widest part of the track, so I thought the effort from Magenta Skies to finish in the placings was very good. I think she's worth following. So the 2 horses to follow out of this Newcastle meeting this Tuesday, Via Flaminia and Magenta Skies.
Thursday racing at Moolumbar, 28th of August. It was Moolumbar Cup Day. They had absolutely brilliant conditions. And a big cheer goes to this club here. This track was unraceable 3 days ago, and they got it to the soft range. Well done to the whole lot of them. Not only that, Racing New South Wales for putting the cup on a week later with all that big prize money.
Yeah, it certainly proved the winning move with a number of upgrades throughout the afternoon. I was so impressed with how the track played.
Good. Yep, Rephrase mine coming out of race 2. You follow this man. We'll pick her up coming to the corner. She's in the silver and black colours with the gold sleeves, gold cap. I like what this mare did down the running.
Reaches the 200 metres mark, is clear of Ascent. Rephrase, Warrior Head running on down the outside, running on much too late. Love Will Come Later in front, holding them at bay. Love Will Come Later wins from Rephrase.
Yeah, she tried hard. I saw her second up at Casino and there was improvement. There was still improvement in it today. So I think she won't be far off winning one. You just follow her. She's from the Jennifer Smith stable, and you'll collect on her very shortly.
Yep, and I went out of race 5 at Sorrenti. He was only having start number 2 this afternoon. He had to work to overcome an awkward draw. He posies up outside the leader and he gets taken off by the original leader. It probably cost him the race.
Sorrenti went to second, a length and a half off the lead. Copenhagen Cat is third. Southampton Flair is fourth, being ridden along. And then Forever Fortune on the rail as the leaders head way out past the middle of the track. Siglo d'Oro led Sorrenti. Southampton Flair coming down the outside. So is DOD. Copenhagen Cat. Forever Fortune back near the inside. Who knows where to look? Brutal Sue's bursting through in the middle. Sue. Brutal Sue. Forever Fortune. Sorrenti.
But he didn't have a lot of luck, did he?
No. And he's still green.
Oh, he's gangly. When he got into that situation with Siglo d'Oro hanging, it wasn't helping him, was it?
No, not whatsoever. And he done an excellent job to pick himself up, keep coming late. He's a cracker to look at in the yard, and I don't think it's going to be far away before we see him win.
Right now, she'll do me rephrase coming out of race 2.
Yeah, and I like Sorrenti out of race 5.
They're our Take 2 horses coming out of Moolumbar's meeting on Cup Day on Thursday, the 28th of August.
Quality horses went around at Wagga for this big meeting on Thursday, the feature race, the Ian Reid Sprint taken out by Salute again. It's made it consecutive wins for the Wayne Carroll stable. We need to find some winners, and I think they come out of the maiden races. The first one is Sacre Bleu. It was on debut for the Doug Gorrell stable, this galloper by Pirata, trialled up. And there was a bit of support for it. It ran on really well. Now, it wasn't able to haul in the winner, but I love the way it finished off. Even the second horse ran a good race, Doubt Free, but I think it can win very, very early in his career. Sacre Bleu. Doug won the next race with Sonroy, who was a heavily backed favourite. So he had a good day all round with a winner in the second. And I think this one will be winning very shortly. Here it is, getting home hard up the inside in a driving finish.
Sacre Bleu running about fifth from Doubt Free, Rum Jungle. A long way back, Flying Betty with Sea Smoke. So Machete and Yutaku share the lead into the straight from Commanding Shadow. Sacre Bleu just behind them from 4S's, then Blessing Season. Doubt Free the inside and a gap further back to Flying Betty. 300 metres to go and Machete the favourite goes up to Yutaku. Commanding Shadows right there. Sacre Bleu trying to get up along the inside from Blessing Season, but Machete the favourite takes the lead from Yutaku. Then Commanding Shadow followed by Blessing Season, but Machete the favourite's doing it well. Flashing home is Doubt Free. Machete in front. Machete just won it from Doubt Free. Third's a photo. Flashing home Sacre Bleu from Commanding Shadow.
Sacre Bleu, as its name, was terrific there. Nicely bred horse, and it can only improve off that one run. The other one to follow is Lady Yarrow. Comes out of the Teresa Bait-Up stable. I love this horse's return to racing. It really knuckled down, tried hard under the urgings of Jess Taylor, never gave in. But our winner, who was the favourite, Autumn Break, it was terrific. It was a heavily backed favourite. Won its debut, but Lady Yarrow dug deep on the inside in the red colours, but Autumn Break was just a little bit too good. Both horses to follow, even a couple of others that ran third and fourth, won't be far off a win as well. But Lady Yarrow out of the Super Maidens, my second Tag 2 horse.
As they straighten up with Heart Balm and Reef Road. 300 metres to go. Just enough splash goes up the Love Hunter, who's along the inside. And here comes Autumn Break, produced at the right time with Lady Yarrow running a big race. It's Autumn Break and Lady Yarrow. They take the lead here from Love Hunter. And further back to Strategic Defence, but it's Autumn Break and Lady Yarrow. Autumn Break, the first start of the favourite, takes the lead from Lady Yarrow, who's very game on the inside, but Autumn Break won it from Lady Yarrow.
She's had the 4 starts or so far in her career, and she hasn't finished too far away in any of those starts, so she might head to a race at Maruya or somewhere like that in a couple of weeks' time. So Lady Yarrow and also Sacre Bleu out of this meeting from Wagga on Thursday.
Tamworth Racing, Friday the 29th of August. Beautiful conditions on track. We're on a good 4. The rail was out in the 3 and 2 metre position, but it was really good to see horses get back towards the inside fence.
Yeah, it was obviously throughout winter. The centre of the track was the place to be, but today I thought the track played really well. Horses were able to really come from anywhere. We saw Rhinestone Lad from back in the field slice through. We saw horses up on speed able to win as well. I've got one to follow, comes out of race number 1 on the program, a filly by the name of Backhander. She's trained by Annabelle and Rob Archibald. She was only lining up for her 3rd start today. She'd had 1 trial leading into this, and there was good money for her. She was very, very well supported. Ultimately, she finishes in 2nd spot behind a pretty handy winner.
Yeah.
But I thought her effort was really good, and she's one that can go on and win in the not-too-distant future.
Come towards the 500 metres. Working wide deep is Radiant Captain. Along the inside goes By Linda. They're 2 lengths in front of She So Fly, followed by Backhander. To the outside, Usain Boss works home nicely, and at the head of the remainder is Silent Serenade. Into the straight, 200 metres left to travel. Reigning Captain leads narrowly. By Linda along the inside under the whip. Coming home strongly now is Buoyant Hunter. Buoyant Hunter coming up rather strongly now. It puts its head out in front. Buoyant Hunter leads by a length and a half, and it's coming clear in the shadows. Buoyant Hunter wins. 2nd, Backhander maybe.
She was pretty fired up in the yard. Obviously, she'd had that 1 trial. There was still a lot of freshness in her. I think now that she's had that run under her belt, wherever the Archibalds elect to send her out in the country areas somewhere, she'll be hard to beat. Last preparation, they tested her in a Miss Finland and a Woodland, so she's obviously shown a bit all the way along. So Backhander out of race 1 for me. Belle, your horse, comes up out of race number 3.
Yeah.
And it was an absolute horror show.
It was. It was a good thing beaten. She didn't get the luck today. It's Lena Varney. You'll spot her in the blue colours. Now, what you don't see, she misses the start by 4 after. There was probably a bit of a delay early. A number of horses took a long time to load up, so she was in the barriers for a long time. She can be forgiven for this. Love the work she does late.
400 metres left to travel. Supreme Statement along the inside leads narrowly from Scat Pack in 2nd, followed by Fast Blue in behind those. King Jerry now peels deep and encampment to the outside. Into the straight, 200 metres left to travel. King Jerry worked up, put the head in front. Supreme Statement trying hard. Fast Blue along the inside, and Leovani's late on the scene. King Jerry moves up with Fast Blue. King Jerry in front with Fast Blue trying, but King Jerry, I reckon King Jerry from Fast Blue, then followed by Supreme Statement, and next time there was Leovani.
Now, she was impressive, wasn't she? And she was only going to improve up in trip moving forward. So today already looks short of her best, but I dare say if she begins on terms, she wins.
Yeah, no, it was a massive, massive performance. There was a late scratching in the race. They tried for ages with Hinto to get him to load, and she was the victim of that because she was drawn out wide. She was in there for a long time. It was a massive, massive effort. So I think you're onto something there.
No, fingers crossed. So Backhander and Leovani are the 2 horses you want to follow from Tamworth.
Friday racing at Gosford on the 29th of August. We had beautiful conditions here today. We were working on an improving track, and the track played absolutely beautiful right the way through the meeting. 2 horses to follow out of the meeting today, and the first of those comes up in race number 1. It was In and Out. Now, he was 2nd up today. He said it was back in the field on the fence. He's disappointed for a run halfway down the running. He's in the green colours.
In the straight, Miss Jones out in plenty of time if good enough. Looms to Kamado. One Day gets the run now. Miss Jones full bore here, not picking up. On the outside, running home, Kendalia. Inside the 100, Kamado slips up on the fence. It's One Day, Kamado, and on the outside, Kendalia. They hit it. Kendalia, I think, stride in and beats One Day. As for 3rd, could be Kamado. In and Out got going late with Fellas Chouse.
Thought he was brilliant. As you can see, he just needed a little bit of momentum at the top of the straight, but when he eventually got clear running, I thought he was brilliant through the line. He's quite a big-bodied horse, and I'm sure 3rd up into his campaign, he's going to be cherry ripe. The other horse to follow out of the meeting today comes out of race number 3. It was Curie. This filly was having her first day at the races. She steps a little slow. She over-races in the middle stages after being wide throughout. She's in the yellow, black and white colours.
450 metres to run. Wanji niggled that second. Then Luskin Tyre, Gambers just trying to force its way into the clear, succeeds in doing so, pushing Curry 4 wide. Halabella kicks in the straight. Wanji, Gambers trying to balance up, Curry hanging tough. It's Halabella the leader, 100 metres to go. Wanji lifting, Gambers can't quite get there. 75 to go, Halabella and Wanji going to Halabella, got it. Wanji got up and beat Halabella. As for third, Curry, pretty good run after covering ground.
The Waterhouse and Bott stable just dictated up in front, but I love the way this filly closed off late. She was a clear standout in the mounting yard, and I'm sure when she gets out onto a big track, she's going to be very competitive. 2 horses to follow out of the Gosford meeting today is In and Out and Curie.
Well, fantastic to be racing at Kembla on the Saturday. We had a lot of rain down this way and high winds as well. Dried the track out, and it was a real credit to the club staff to have this track in pretty good order for the 8-race program. There were some highlights. There were some good runs, especially by a debutant called Ruination. Comes out of the Michael Freedman stable. I thought this was an excellent performance by a horse that was on debut. Now, this is a pretty strong race. We had West of Swindon resuming. He was only able to run 4th, but Ruination really dug in for the fight. He's out in front as we pick him up, and he was just too strong to the line. Here he is.
Harry's Halo turns in front from Ruination, Little Grug, and West of Swindon now given full bore and feed coming down the outside. Bob's back and Swit's back on the far side. Harry's Halo joined by Ruination, who hit the front, and the Wootton Bassett colt sprinted away. West of Swindon hasn't picked up for the moment, and then came above the law, but it's Ruination roaring away with 100 metres left to go, and it's a winning debut for Ruination.
Nice horse on the way through is by Wootton Bassett, of course, out of a mare called Daisy Doom. And, well, she needs no introduction. She was a Group 2 winner a couple of times in her own career. And together, they've put together a pretty good horse in Ruination. It's my first Take 2 horse. The other one is Blestas, comes out of the Mitch Pearce stable here at Kembla Grange. I thought it was excellent today. It dug in for the fight against Serious Legend, but it was a little bit too good. They got pretty willing right towards the end, but she's already won the 3 from 9, and she's not far off another win. She's in the black and red colours and just couldn't quite hold out Serious Legend.
4:25 to go. Now Serious Legend with a sustained run. Rushed up in the middle, and it's taken the lead. Serious Legend from Blestas. More mischief, and In Court hasn't picked up. Blestas went to Serious Legend. In Court still coming. Blestas, 200 to go. Hit the front from Serious Legend, and In Court still coming. It's Serious Legend. Blestas. In Court can't get them for the moment. Blestas and Serious Legend. Serious Legend. Serious Legend beat Blestas.
Excellent run. That's a 3rd run in. Should be ready to go. And with Kembla Grange having a lot of meetings coming up, heading towards the Gong, she might back up here in a couple of weeks' time, and she's worth following as well. So it's one of my horses, Blestas, and the other one is Ruination. What a debut it was here at Kembla Grange.
Racing at Wyong on Sunday the 31st of August, we had beautiful conditions today for Ladies' Day. Our rail was out 3 metres and we were working on a good 4, but the track played absolutely perfect. 2 nice horses to follow out of the meeting today, and the first of those comes out of race number 3. It was Transgress, this beautiful colt by I'm Invincible. He oozed class the minute he walked into the yard. He said I was up outside the leader. He's in the red, purple and white colours.
Transgress goes up to Military Legend. Dreamside trying to join in. You're the choice wider. Transgress the leader narrowly over Military Legend. Dreamside can't get to them. You're the choice out wider, then Dashing Double, but Transgress rode away inside the last 100, and Transgress on debut.
He ran up to his looks in the yard. He's a beautiful colt to look at physically, and I'm really looking forward to following him right the way through his career. The other horse to follow comes out of race number 4. It was Orange Tsunami. This fellow was having his first day at the races also. He settles in the second half of the field. He's in the orange colours. Watch for him late.
An Orange Tsunami to the outside. Sanctified moved up to Billund at the top of the straight. Coming after them is Rajwell wider. Orange Tsunami. It's Sanctified just in front. Billund is fighting back. Orange Tsunami launching at them late. Maybe Billund has kicked back to defeat Sanctified and Orange Tsunami.
As you can see, it just took him a little while to balance up, but I love the way he worked through to the line. I think onto a bigger track and perhaps out over a little bit further, we will certainly see the best of him. The 2 horses to follow out of the meeting today are Transgress and Orange Tsunami.
Take 2 time racing was at Moree this Sunday, the 31st of August. It was Moree Cup Day. We had 8 races on the card and we were on a good track. I picked out a couple of horses I'm pretty keen to follow over the coming weeks. The first horse I want to highlight went around in race number 4, the Class 1 over 1,200 metres. A Fleetly from the Lou Mary stables, first up from a spell today. I got back in the ruck a little bit, presented out in the centre of the track made a bit of a dash at them, but maybe just the condition gave out late.
And storming up now is Fleetly, followed then by Samiko, and Brutal Love heads the remainder. Inside the 200, Cresta Run leads the way. 3/4 in front of Twa, coming clear. It's Cresta Run that leads the way. Cresta Run inside the 50, coming clear. It wins. Second will be Twa, then followed by Storming Late, Roish and Diamond to the outside, followed then by Fleetly.
I thought it was a tidy enough effort first up from a spell. You can only imagine she'll strip fitter next time, and I think she'll be very hard to beat wherever she shows up. The next horse I want to follow went around in race number 5, one of our feature events, the Moree Town Plate. Who Goes There was shooting for a hat-trick of victories, 61 kilos on his back with a little bit of a gap between runs. He was always going to be vulnerable, but I love the way he dug deep under pressure.
Who Goes There in second. They're 2 lengths in front then of Sabuku. And at the head of the remainder is Jet Empress. Into the straight, 300 metres left to travel. Bamari along the inside being tackled by Who Goes There. Sabuku's not too far away, and Jet Empress sailing down the outside. At the 150 metres mark, Who Goes There sticks the head out in front. Sabuku is trying hard. Bamari along the inside. Who Goes There? Bamario moving up it. I reckon Who Goes There?
Well, he was good enough to beat a pretty strong field today, and I think it might be just about time for him to venture to town. So he's a horse worth following. He's got a touch of class. So the 2 horses to follow out of this Moree Cup meeting, we're going with Fleetly and Who Goes There.
Hope you enjoyed the program this week, and we look forward to doing it all again next time around, and hopefully you found more than a few winners out of the program this week.